Welcome back. You're watching Buy Now, Sell Now, and we're answering your stock-specific queries now. Just in case you have just tuned in and you want our WhatsApp number, that's the one that's flashing on the screen. So just send across your stock name, the price at which you've bought it, and we will get you a fundamental as well as a technical view depending on your time horizon. But then let's move on. We are joined by Kunal Botra, Sonam Srivastava, our guest on the show today. Hi, morning. Welcome both of you. And we're also joined by our live viewer. We are joined by Mr. Lakshman from Bengaluru to ask his question today. Lakshman, hi, good morning. How are you?
Good morning, madam. Very nice of you. Thanks for consideration.
Thank you so much for sending us your question. Lakshman, our guest can hear you. You can ask your question.
Mr. Kunal, please.
Okay.
Good morning. My question is very simple. I feel I missed the auto stocks for the past 2 years. I have investment only Tata Motors that has been divided into Tata PV and CV. I feel I am missing M&M and Bajaj Auto that has given a good valuation now. Is it a high valuation? Is it right time to enter on a gradual basis? That is the first question. Second one, as a senior citizen, I feel I can invest on index, BSC or AMC so that it will pay reasonably good for a long term.
All right. So, let's get a technical as well as a fundamental view. So, Kunal, since he addressed this question to you first, let's begin with you.
Thank you so much for that. So, I believe, yes, for both of the questions. The first one, of course, from the auto pack. I think it's a very good time to look at M&M as well as Bajaj Auto. I think it's okay if you've missed out in the earlier phase of the rally, because I'm assuming that if you bought Tata Motors, you must have bought it at lower levels, and the stock has done reasonably well. Yes, it's gone through a correction, but I think at 858, 900 levels as a sum total value for both CV as well as PV, the stock still looks fairly attractive at current zone. But I believe, yes, Bajaj Auto, M&M, these are fresh breakouts which have happened from the auto pack. I think M&M has also gone to a 10% correction from the recent highs. So which is why I think you can start looking at buying these stocks on a gradual basis from current levels. And from the longer term perspective, I think it's a very good time to look at index AMC investments, because these are the I would say the more compounding kind of stories, more consistent kind of stories which one could probably look at as a space over the medium to long term. So ICICI Pru AMC, HDFC AMC, Aditya Birla Life, Sun Life AMC, these are few names which have done phenomenally well over the last 3 to 5 years. And my sense is, from a long-term perspective, they would continue to fare and perform very well for themselves.
All right. Let's take a view from Sonam as well. Sonam, what would you recommend?
I think definitely on the auto pack, it is quite attractive right now, right? And not just autos, but auto ancillaries. Like even on a day when you're seeing a lot of flattish movement, like today, you see a lot of auto ancillaries are really picking up. We've also, sort of allocated to a few auto stocks like Bajaj Auto, Eicher Motor, and Hero MotoCo, right? So I think that's definitely an interesting opportunity. From the sectoral front, I think in the current market, we see the market being slightly narrow, right? Where there are segments like, for example, right now, if you look at the auto pack or the power energy sector, they are doing exceptionally well. But there are other sectors like IT over the last month or so, which has struggled. So I think I would take a bet that becoming more selective instead of passive could be a better idea right now.
All right. Thank you so much for that, and Sonam. And I hope the question was answered, viewer. Thank you so much for tuning in today. But let's move on to the next question that's coming in on WhatsApp. This one's coming in from Mohit from Ludhiana. He's another caller who is a very regular viewer. Thanks, Mohit, for sending us your questions. He says yet he has 50 shares of TCS that he's bought at a buying price of 3,166. His time horizon is 3 years. Please guide. This is very interesting. In fact, Kunal and I was also discussing about the IT pack. Sonam, I'll come to you first before I come to Kunal for this. The IT pack on the valuation front, it has corrected quite a bit. Now, big companies like a TCS or an Infosys, some companies that have stronger balance sheets, we were talking about how they can reorient themselves to this AI boom that we are seeing, and perhaps in the coming few years can perform exceptionally well. So what would be your view? And this time horizon is also 3 years. It's not a short-term period, because short-term there is still a lot of pain for IT companies.
Right. So see, I think IT has corrected significantly, right? You'll see more than 20 odd percent correction for a number of IT names. If you're looking long term, TCS has almost corrected 30-40% from 2025 levels. So, IT companies right now are trading at valuations of consumer stocks, right? And I think these companies obviously will see some margin pressure because of the new innovations in AI that is coming in, with all the announcements coming from Anthropic and Claude. I think that's one of the cues that is leading to this correction. But these are businesses with strong ties across the ecosystem. It's not like the business for Infosys sort of goes away or TCS goes away. There could be some impact, definitely on the margins for these businesses, but these companies are also adapting very fast. We saw a lot of things happening in the AI summit that happened. So I would say that the fear is slightly high, right? I think there's been a panic selling where these stocks have come down to very attractive valuations, and I think if somebody is looking for a long term, this could be a very good time to sort of take allocation here. I think another confidence boost that has come to this industry as a whole is the Nvidia earnings that you guys talked about. So I would say that it could be a good time to actually buy into these stocks.
All right, let's move on. We have a live viewer connected, Mr. Subramanian from Bengaluru. Hi, good morning, sir. How are you?
Good morning, fine. How about you?
Doing good, sir. Thank you. Okay, our viewers, our guests can hear you. You can ask your question.
Yeah, I'm holding a shares of Adani Power, around 500 numbers at the rate of 159.
Okay.
So I just like to know whether can I hold for another 6 months to get a better pricing. Okay. So that's what I just wanted to know.
All right, Kunal, what would be your suggestion?
Yeah, I'll definitely suggest a hold on Adani Power. Now, on the shorter term charts, it looks like that the stock is going through a consolidative phase. The upper end of this consolidation is 156 for Adani Power. I think the start of February, the stock tried to test this breakout point, but failed to cross over. But I think it's there with the overall market, where the markets are itself into a kind of a trading range. But I believe that with this huge consolidation the stock has shown, a breakout could be imminent for Adani Power. So I would suggest a hold. And since you have a time frame of 159, that's a good enough time frame for the stock to try and come out from this range and break past above your cost price levels. I'll suggest a hold. And from a 6-month perspective, I would probably place a target of 174 to 175 for Adani Power.
All right, so that's the view on Adani Power on the charts. But with that, it's time for a quick break. Don't go anywhere, viewers. We'll come back and get your questions answered, so stay tuned. Welcome back. You're tuned into Buy Now, Sell Now, and this is the show where we get all your questions answered. And now we're joined by a live caller, Shankar, who's joining us from Delhi. Hi, good morning, Shankar, and thank you so much for calling us.
Hello.
Shankar, tell us what's your question.
Yes, it's about HPCL. So is this a good time to enter, take a fresh position? And if yes, what would be the time horizon and the target? Thank you.
All right, Shankar. Okay, Kunal, let me come to you. HPCL, he wants to know if this is the right time to enter firstly. And if yes, then what should be the holding period?
See, I think I would suggest if you're looking at this as a short-term play, then wait for either of the levels to be taken out. One is on the upside, a breakout above 455 mark for HPCL. That could probably confirm that the stock is ending this pattern of lower highs and lower lows. On the breakout of 455, I would suggest a higher target of 480 at least, for HPCL. And on the other hand, if in case the stock comes back into a further correction mode, and if it comes back towards a recent support of 425, that could be a zone where you can look to buy, because that would probably confirm that the stock has come back towards a good demand point or a support territory, and that's where the risk reward would be a lot more better for you if you're looking at this as a pure short-term play. By short-term, I would mean a time horizon of at least 3 to 5 weeks for the stock price post the breakout or the retest of the support which I mentioned.
All right. Let's move on. And this is a question on HPCL. Sonam, this is our viewer from Delhi. Okay, so just wanted to understand Tata Motors PV, 500 plus shares, average current rate is 469, and there is Tata CV also at 315. Is this a good time to average it or stay invested?
See, I would say recommend that definitely they could stay invested, right? I think, like we discussed, autos are giving you a good opportunity at these current levels. We are seeing, especially in the PV segment, you're seeing a lot of positive revisions coming for the Tata Motor stock. So I would say that if somebody is holding it, then they could definitely sort of hold the stock right now. But if they're looking to add more, I would recommend some other stocks in the auto space where they could allocate, right, if they're looking to add right now.
All right. Okay, so that's the view coming in on Tata Motors, PV and CV. But let's move on to the next question that's coming from Gauri. She says she wants to invest 2 lakh rupees in the banking sector. Is Canara Bank a good buy at current prices? Any other recommendation for the stocks? She's not given the holding period though. But Kunal, firstly, Canara Bank, current levels attractive for her to enter? And if you don't see value in Canara Bank, then which one would you recommend?
I will suggest Canara Bank. I think it's a good bet, but my only concern is that the current price may not be the best price for you to invest into the stock price, because, of course, the PSU banking stocks have done phenomenally well. They still look very attractive from a long-term play, but short-term wise, I think Canara Bank has come back towards a resistance point at this 155, 160 range. In fact, in the last 2-3 months, multiple times the stock has taken a resistance over here, has seen a correction subsequently in the next following few weeks. So I'll suggest to wait out for that phase in case if the stock corrects and comes, say, closer to 145 to 150 range. That's a much better price for you to buy Canara Bank. But yeah, I think it's one of the better performing PSU banking names, other than, of course, SBI, which has been one of the fantastic movers over the last 6 to 7 months.
All right, that's a thumbs up coming in on Canara Bank from Kunal. But then let's move on. We also have our viewer connected, Mr. Padma Sivara from Bengaluru. Hi, good morning, sir. Thank you so much for asking your question. Our experts can hear you. Please ask away.
Okay, I have IRFC 500 shares at 50 rupees per share. Now I want to add more. Is it worth the price buying now? I want to know about this.
This is going to be a long-term or a short-term buy?
Yeah, long-term.
Okay, so now.
Right, so I think IRFC stock definitely right now has seen a little bit of correction, right? But yeah, I think we sort of are betting on the industrial space to come up. So it could be a decent time to add to the stock. But yeah, I think given the recent correction, I would be that, I mean, at the current levels, definitely at a price of 100, it is at a very fair sort of a valuation. But I think for stocks like these, you also have to look at, what is the order book and the order wins that are coming in. So valuation wise, definitely could be a decent time to add it, but you have to sort of be watching out for the announcements coming from these stocks.
All right, that was the last question for the day. Kunal and Sonam, thank you so much for taking the time out, joining us and answering all the questions. Thank you so much for joining us. But with that, viewers, it's time for us to slip into a short break. Don't go anywhere. After the break, we're getting you some management conversations, so stay tuned.